Reversals, reversals, reversals. That is the name of the game. That is the name of the game. Reversals, reversals, reversals. Having a little fun. Yeah, reversals are the name of the day, name of the game today. That's pretty typical of any kind of bear market rally, which is what I believe that we're in. And that is reversals. That's what makes them so difficult to trade. And it's one of the reasons why I didn't trade today. I looked at it and gave some criteria for getting into a trade, but it never happened. So we started off with this mammoth move. Big move. Big heaping move right here in the morning. Went straight up. And typically these types of moves are accompanied by maybe some grinding at the top and then a pullback and then a resumption of that move and then grinding into the close. It didn't do that. It moved up, it ground, and then it pulled back, but it just kept on pulling back right down to the other trade that we were looking at staging, which we called Target 1. So we never got into Target 2 because it just took off so quickly. So we didn't even get into Target 2, which would have been, looks like, by all accounts, would have been a great trade had it given us enough time to get in. But, well, you know, that was me. At the time, you know, I've been doing member interviews all day today. So I'm not sure what other people in the service did. I'm sure that somebody may have taken this, all of this to heart and played that trade. I just haven't checked yet. I've just been going straight out talking to people all day, and that's actually a feature of the service that when you join up for the trial, I try to interview every single trial member to get them a head start on that trial. The trial's for 4 weeks, unlike any other service that only gives you 1 week. We give you 4 weeks to figure out what's going on, and I try to give you the best foot forward so that you can become successful right away, if possible. And so that's what I do when new trial members come on. I interviewed 4 people today. I talk to them individually. I find out what it is that they're looking for, how they found out about the service, what is their experience, and then I show them how they can best utilize the service to get up to speed as quickly as possible. I'll give them example trades and what are our prime criteria or what are our sweet spot criteria that we use, etc., so that they can make the best use of that service. And quite frankly, a lot of people during that 4 weeks will make enough money to pay for a year membership here many, many times over. So I guess that works out real well. So anyways, that's what I've been doing all day today, and I missed out on this trade. We did a Zoom call today from 10:30 to noon and talked about this trade and talked about what are the conditions that I would take to get in, but those conditions were never met. So there may have been other people that got into the initial analysis early on and took the Target 2 trade. I don't know. And if they did, fantastic. I just haven't had a chance to check to see what people in the service have been doing today. Sorry about that. So anyways, I don't know. It appears that there are some of the service members on in the chat. If you are, say hello and hit that like button, by the way. I really appreciate it. But if have any of you taken a trade today? I've been absent, but not absent, talking to new members. So it is election day, so I would imagine that. Well, I don't have any really imagining. No imagination is going to tell me why the the market did the moves that it did today. Could be anything. I think the market is, you know, when you think about it, all these guys that are in on Wall Street and other places, they're probably stepping out at noontime or whatever to go to their local polling station and cast their vote. And while they're away, the market can play. While the cat's away, the mice will play. And so maybe that explains why the market's all over the place today. Huh. But look, it hit both of our targets almost to the center of target one. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So anyways, that's what's going on here. What's going on in your neighborhood? I got on late again because I was, and I'm probably going to have to get off early because I need to go to the polling, the election polls myself. I haven't been out. Got to cast my vote. I don't know who to vote for. Maybe you can help me out with that. Who should I vote for? Well, you don't know who would be on the ballot because I'm up in Massachusetts. So whoever's on the ballot there. Let's see. Let's do a little roll call. There's not too many people on. Everyone's out. Everyone's gone. What's going on? KT says go Republican. That's usually, I usually go for the non-incumbent, right? So that's what I look for. If they're running all by themselves, I won't vote for them because what do they need my vote for? But if they're running with somebody and there's an incumbent and then someone going for that seat, I usually go for the non-incumbent. That's kind of like my strategy. It's my own form of term limits because I think that would produce a more healthy representative, someone who's new and wants to really help, isn't entrenched. Yeah, let's say hello to people here and see who's online. Let's see, we've got Brent. How you doing? Nice to see you. And Jim S. Rob Fresno. He is present as always. And is now switching to the double hey as opposed to the double hello. Jim Seraphin, how you doing? And Will Do, hello, Will. And Skunk Funk, like that name. KT is chiming in on how I should vote. Thank you very much. Don Patisse, he did actually take an SPX at 38.30 center strike, 15 wide for $1.90. Now it's $5.60. All right. So KT's giving me advice, better pro-business policies for the Repubs. Nito Garde, how you doing? Nice to see you. Looks like Will also got in a trade. In at 155, out at 375. Left 480. How did you leave 480 on the table? Oh, because it. All right, but you still made money, so that's all that counts. Yeah, 123 Happy Streets here. And says I couldn't make the Zoom call today. Market sold off for about an hour with no news that I could tell. So after bounce, I picked up an XSP. That's the micro version of the SPX. 2 wide for 30 cents. Not best risk reward, but not bad. Pretty good. All right. Will Do says that was 38.10, 20 wide. Okay, cool. Pretty good. So people did take trades today in my absence while I was interviewing new members. Well, that's good to hear. Very good to hear. Well, I'm really happy for all the new members, and now that they're on board and that they got a good kickoff, I hope I answered all their questions correctly and gave them the best orientation possible. So that's what it's all about. I try to reach out to every member, and every member, even trial members, get treated just like they were full-fledged members here. And so if you want to try the trial, go down below. You'll see it in the description. That's 0-dte.com/try. Get a 4-week trial. All right. So what's happening today? It looks like we're getting close to market close. I am not going to stick around. I'm sorry to say, but I do have to get in to the polls, and this is my only chance to get there. And so now's the time. Got to strike while the fire's hot. A while. What is that term? Strike while the iron is hot. Is that it? That makes sense. While the iron is hot, you or red. That's when you want to strike. Um, So Iz says, yes, good news in your absence. You teach fishermen, not sheep. That's correct. That's right. Everybody that comes here, that's what they end up being. They end up being completely independent traders. That's the key. I do not want to bring up and coddle a bunch of sheep. That's not what this is about. This is about turning everybody into a pro level trader. All right. Ray has something to say. He put on a 3780 30 wide. 30 wide. Woo! Um, in at 295, out at 470. Pretty good. And a 3825 20 wide, in at 425. That's pretty expensive for a 20 wide. Out at 680. Ending day. And then ending day holding a 3840 15 wide. Man, you're paying a lot for your trades there, but as long as you're making out okay, I'm fine with that. But you are trading, or I'm sorry, you are spending quite a bit more. Although you wouldn't have had these wins if you didn't spend it, I guess. I guess that's one way to look at it, right? So good on you, Ray. Ray deserves a. All right, there you go. And that was for everybody else too that put on a good trade. So yeah, it looks like had you put on this 3835, man, it's like right at the center strike now. That is just intense. Look at that. What was the range that we had today? We went as high as 3867 and as low as 3793. So wow. So what is that? 86 points? 86-point range? That's pretty good. All right, Donald Steele is reporting in at 140 on a 3835 15 wide, out at 540. That deserves a cheer. Ah! Milo, what are you not sure that's done yet? Did I miss another comment up here? No. You gotta speak in full sentences or complete thoughts because I am not a mind reader. And by the way, there's like a delay here, so anything that I say is no confirmation that I understand what you're referring to. Let's see. Will Do says, I have been unable to get on Discord for over a week, so I've been on my own and have had 3 good winning days. All right. Well, how come you haven't called me, Will? Not been able to get on Discord? You haven't even told me. That's okay. Tell me in your own time. Oh, I'm not sure if the market is done moving. Yeah. I don't get why it's moving so much. Is it like all the pent up energy, the expectation of the election outcome? Could that be it? And it's kind of interesting. I saw some stats on some of the mail-in voting. A lot more people are doing mail-in voting. Many more Democrats than Republicans are doing mail-in voting, which is kind of weird. I don't understand why there's mail-in voting, and the propensity to do a mail-in vote is heavily slanted on the Democrat side. Heavily, like something like I think it was 45% to 32%. What's up with that? Can Democrats not get to the polls for some reason? I don't get it. Uh, Jacob, how you doing? It says full-on crypto crash underway. FTX token headed to zero. Yeah, I heard that. Was it Binance was acquired, or Binance acquired FTX? And I did see that Bitcoin was under some pressure. Let's see. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Oh, wow, that's a pretty big drop. Let's see if we can quantify that. Let's zoom in on that price. Holy moly! So let's see. From here on the 5th, we were up at 21.45, and today we're at 18,225. Whoa. Let's see. What is that? That is 21,450 minus 18,225 divided by. Oh, what the hell am I doing? All right, so that is 21,450 minus 18,205 equals divided by 21,450. Wow, just in the last couple of days, a 15% drop. That's not good, and we know that Bitcoin is already down from its high. What is that? About 70% down now? Wow. Hmm. What is the future of Bitcoin? But is that the reason why the market is in such turmoil today? Is does Bitcoin really have that much influence on the market, or is that reflective of other things in the market? And if it did, then why isn't it going up like the rest of the market is? So let's just say that that's probably disconnected right there. That's what I would say. Disconnected. All right, let's go back to the real market instead of the fake market, which, well, even the real market, who's to say that it's real? Man, look at this climb. That is just intense. What is going on? Wow. So, big question is, are we going to break through the top level up here, which is at where we bounced off of, which is at about 38.64. By the way, I did a volume profile analysis yesterday. All right. A volume profile analysis yesterday. It was a clean slate. Now, what I do is I take our previous annotations from the previous week and I wipe them all out. And then I start a brand new markup of the volume profile so that I can do our analysis. And so I can reveal the market memory. All right. And then that market memory is annotated with these rectangles that I draw and these lines, the purple lines that you see in the chart right now, and these shaded areas, which represent the nodes. Now, I want you to see something. Now, I do it when I'm looking at 2 years worth of information at once and I draw these lines. So I can't see the day in, day out price activity. I cannot see any of those levels. They're just solid bars as far as I'm concerned. But check out these two purple lines and how price is respecting those lines. Look at this. Look at that. And then up here. All right. These lines were drawn from price action that happened over 2 years ago. Let that sink in. Price action that happened 2 years ago are dictating what price is doing today, at this very minute, at this very second, at this very moment in time. Price action, and it goes even beyond that, 2 years ago is dictating and providing support and resistance for the current market today. That is what is known as market memory. As far as I know, I am the only volume profile expert that has pointed this out. This is exclusive to 0-DTE.com. It is exclusive to the Zero DTE Trading Academy, this YouTube channel. Absolute 100% exclusive. Nobody else is providing this kind of information, this kind of powerful analytical information that is so useful. Nobody. There you are. You're getting it here 100%. And if anybody else is doing it, they're stealing it from me. And they're fine. That's fine. You can steal it from me. You can do this. I put it out there in the public domain. But this is us, 100% exclusive. This is the type of technology that you get within Zero-DTE. That is incredible. And this is why, and this is what we use as our primary technical analytical method. We do not use any of that other crap like trend lines or moving averages or RSI, MACD, none of that. No stochastic, no CCI, no nothing. None of that. No Elliott wave, no Fibonacci, nothing. That's because this markup is showing you actually where the orders are in the market. This is showing you precisely where big money, the institutions, are placing their orders and controlling price, providing support resistance areas, levels. Almost to the penny. I mean, look at that. And like I said, I drew this. Well, I'll show you. I went to a day chart like this, just like this. And then I drew these lines that you see there based on the volume profile. And that is all through the hypothesis. And I think it's way more than a hypothesis at this point. There's been several academic papers written on this phenomenon, but there has been nobody that has been able to elucidate this the way I have. All right, 100% Zero-DTE technology here. All right, more powerful than any technical indicator. Now, can you see where the the price action is of any individual bar here? You cannot. You can only see that I drew these lines based on this profile showing almost 2 years worth of data. I'm just saying. Just saying. But then when I go to a 3-minute chart and you see that price is being controlled by those lines, so plain to see, hugging that line, finding support, resistance there. That is amazing. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here patting myself on the back because you can brag when something is great. You have my permission to do that. Nobody else is doing that but here. Someday they're going to recognize it. Someday the right person's going to say, holy crap. And you know what? I've taught this to probably 1,000 people, maybe more, maybe 1,500, maybe, well, 1,200 people, I'd say, over the past few years. Every single person that I've taught it to says that it's completely changed the way they look at the markets. So you didn't think that this, I mean, look, I'm not advertising, I'm not selling anything. I'm giving this away. I do this analysis every day. I should. This thing right here. You know, there are guys like John Carter, for instance. He's out there and he's got this thing he calls voodoo lines. What a bunch of crap. You know what he sells that for? That indicator, that Thinkorswim indicator? He sells it for $1,000. $1,000. And it's bull. Total bull. It's based on moving averages and Fibonacci and some other crap. Some other calculations. All totally arbitrary crap. And he's raking you over the coals for $1,000 for something that doesn't work. I'm showing you something that is absolutely free, that every day, every week that I draw this up shows precisely where the support and resistance levels are. For absolutely free. It's worth 10 times what John Carter sells for $1,000, and it's for free. All right. Do I have to repeat this? How often do I have to say this before I get some acknowledgement? Huh? How often? I'll wait. I'm waiting. Waiting for some cheering. All right. That's enough. I'll lay off. Where is this market going? I don't know. It's getting late. I've got 19 minutes to get to the poll. Well, I got a little bit more than that. The wife wants to get out early to walk the dogs. It's getting early. It's getting late now. I'm sorry. It's getting dark early now. All right. Donald Steele's a wise ass. He's saying 10 times. I have to say it 10 times. So we have to go out when we walk in the dogs now in the woods. I have to bring along with me my headlamp. I mean, it's very dark out there. Although there is a full moon, it's still very dark out there. Last night they took off on us. We couldn't find them for about half an hour. They must have chased after a deer or something, or a coyote. Who knows? All right, Will. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to stay here to the close. I have to go and vote. I must vote. So let's bring back the big head. Here it is. How you doing? Seriously, go look at every Monday. I do a volume profile market structural analysis. I show you precisely how to do this. It is the most accurate. You'll never have to use another indicator ever. I'm sure that there's going to be some reason to use some indicator, you know, if it has statistical significance, but virtually none of them do. Use this methodology, watch how I do it, and you will be 100% happy. It'll be the greatest discovery that you've ever made when it comes to analyzing markets. You know, have I laid it on thick enough yet? It is the friggin' best thing ever. As far as day trading or swing trading goes, it'll show you where the levels are, the actual levels, not some calculated level. And see, that's the great thing about this. This isn't like a special calculation or formula that I use or anything like that. This is based strictly on the trades that have been made at specific price levels, and that's it. It doesn't attempt to average them or put them through some sort of sieve or anything like that. It is just 100% the actual information showing you in real time where support and resistance levels are right now at this very friggin' minute. Right now. That's what it's showing you. And if you're not using this, you're missing out. If you're not using it, you're missing out. It's as simple as that. Let me show it to you one more time. There it is. All right. Did you get it? Go to my video Monday mornings. Every Monday morning, I do one of these. Every Monday morning. Volume, profile, market structural analysis by 0-DTE. All right. I think that's what I'm going to call this video. Dog's at my feet. Hey, dog. We're going to be going walking soon. Walkie walkie. Yeah, that will come up. Urgh. That's his chest. That's one big chest. So where's the market going to end up today? Anybody have a guess? I'm going to say my guess is going to be 38.61. So you have to put in your idea. All right. Micah says 38.60. It's pretty close to mine. Milo says short boost up and end on daily high. All right. So the daily high is 38.67. You could have just said 38.67. Spare us the narrative. Oh, no, he changed that. He's adding 3 points. 38.70. All right. Is going for the 38.61 on the ES. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. You're right. I should have made that clear. That's 38.61 on the ES, the E mini S&P. All right. So I should have made that clear. So that would be 38.71, I guess, on it might be a little bit different. We have to find out what the difference is between the S&P and the SPX index and the E mini S&P. Donald Steele saying 38.55. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to calculate the difference. And actually, you can do this calculation on any pairs trade, for instance. So what I'm going to show you is how to find out the numerical difference between the E-mini S&P and the SPX index. And the reason why we want to know that is so that we can figure out if we're going to be trading one or the other. We only do our analysis in the E-mini S&P because it has volume, which is necessary in order to see the volume profile and to see the market structure, the market memory, which I've been talking about. But the SPX is a little bit behind it. And as time goes on, because the futures are a future product, they are pointing to where the market thinks today what the future price of the SPX will be. And that futures product, that future, expires in December. As we get closer and closer to December, the price differential between the SPX and the E-mini futures will slowly converge. All right, so let's take a look at that. Let's go to the charts and we'll do the calculation. All right, so what we'll do is we'll come up here and we'll type in the ES minus the SPX. That's all you have to do in Thinkorswim. Isn't that great? You just have to literally put the calculation right into the field there and it will calculate it. Now, of course, right now, well, we can no longer go by two strikes. Do you see why? All right, let's change this style from a candle to a line. All right, and check out where the difference is right now. It's sitting at about 6.5 or so, 7. It was 10 just last week. Look at it over here. Last week, well, last week it was up around 7 or 8. The week before that, it was, let's say, that's a 3-minute chart. Let's go to a daily chart. All right, yeah, look at how much it dropped. The reason why you have these spikes is because the SPX is it is only reported on market hours, where the E-mini futures is reported 24 hours a day. So sometimes you get a big difference between the two until they come back into equanimity once the market opens. Oh, you see me. Duh. All right, here it is on the left. Here it is. Thank you for telling me, Rob. All right, so here it is on the left. You can see right here is when the roll happened, right there. in September, the new contract, because you can see there was a big change. All right, let's go to a, I don't know, an hourly chart. See there, the hourly, you can see it a little bit better. So it's right at about 7. So it's not quite 2 strikes. So if you were to choose a 2 strike difference, you'd be a little bit off. It's about 1.5 strikes now. See that? 6.9. And then as we get closer and closer to the expiration of the futures contract, that's going to come right down to 0. You might think there would be an arbitrage opportunity there. Imagine that. Imagine if you. I wonder if that would work in a futures. If you could, um, you would buy the SPX. It really wouldn't, because you have to be able to isolate it and do away with the premium. You buy the. Too bad there wasn't a another contract or something you could do. You could buy the SPX and sell the E-mini futures. So there's 8 minutes left. What does that mean? Let's go to the minute chart. Eight minutes left. 8 minutes. All right, let's see here. Now it looks like it's going to settle right on here, which would be 38.45. So I'm sticking with my 38.61, but 38.45 looks like it's pretty good now too. Looks like that's where everybody wants to be. That's what they are electing on election day. You think there are any exit poll results yet? Would they talk about that sort of stuff now? Uh-oh, it's dropping. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm going to be way wrong. I chose way up here. Maybe this is going to be it right here, this big node, right at 38.24. Look at it move. It's going to choose one of these nodes to settle on. Maybe this one right here. This sort of forked tongue one. getting reports from my son. He's training for an Ironman. Pretty cool. He's gotten down to he's not, he's not an Olympic athlete or anything. He's getting down to a little over 8 minutes per mile for the marathon. It's pretty good. Look at it drop. Yeah, I think this is the node right here. But look at this journey that Price has been on today. It went straight up right from the open. Well, first of all, right at the open, it dropped hard, and then from there it just went straight up. It hit this LVL, this line that I drew, without knowing this level at all. Bounced off of it, came down, kind of hugged this other line that I drew, got through it, right to the center strike of this target that I drew, and then came back up, kind of paused at the line that I drew, and then came up and then down. Will it stop at the other line that I drew? Pretty close. Less than 2 minutes. See how the order's coming in. Less than a minute. Well, it's not a bad, thing to suggest. It says, is it going to bounce off a VWAP? Now, the VWAP is nothing more than the continuous POC of the the session volume node, right? So the VWAP is like a bastardization of the volume profile. So it's about the best technical indicator that's not volume profile. All right, there's the bell, and we're out. We're done. Oh, look, now it's going to drop. All right, so everybody, you got to get out there and vote. Thank you very much for showing up. Sorry I was a little late. Was very busy. Go watch the Monday volume profile market structural analysis video, shown every Monday. Although this Monday was a little later than usual. Usually I do it right around market open, around 9:30. This week it was around 12 because I've just been swamped with doing customer interviews and getting everybody a leg up on the service and getting them really going. So, all right. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Peace to you all. Love you. See you later. Bye. Music.